Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, fabulous first grade. Welcome back to our PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Hammock, your PBS teacher, and I am so happy that you're here to practice all the skills you need to be great readers and writers. I was looking at another one of my favorite stories. I know I say that about all of them, but this one is called The Emperor's Egg by Martin Jenkins. This is about the largest penguin in the world. Did you know there are 17 different types of penguins? But this one is the largest, and he lives, or they live, in Antarctica, which is at the bottom of the world. It is an amazing story about true things about emperor penguins, so you might want to check it out at your county public library or on Sora. All right, speaking of Sora, it's time for us to put our number 4 school for top checkouts from Sora. So let's see who made our list this week. Here we go. Olmos Elementary School. Way to go, sons. Great job. Oh, I'm super proud of you. Great job. Keep that up. Check out those books and keep your name up on our Sora list. All right. Speaking of books and reading and writing and all of those fun things, I wanted you to know that I got the nicest letter from my friend Jace. And he wrote all about the things he likes to do. He likes to go outside and he likes to read, and he watches our PBS classroom and practices with us. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to send Jace one of our free activity books. So if you would like a free activity book, I want you to send me a letter. You can send it to the address right on the screen below. You can even send an email. Just make sure that you include your address so I know where to send your activity book, okay? Great. Way to go, Jace. Thanks for writing to me. All right, my friends, it's time for us to train our ears for sound and warm up our brains. Today we're playing the categorization game. That's where 2 things belong together and 1 does not. So I'm going to tell you 3 words, listen as I say them, and decide which 2 words go together. What is something they have that's the same? All right, are you ready? Okay. Rain, pale, mat. Which 2 words do you think belong together? Rain has the A sound. Pale has the A sound. How about mat? Nope, it does not. So rain and pale go together because they both have the A sound. Great job. All right, let's try another one. I have 3 words. Ready? Hay, fly, gray. Did you hear it? That's right, we're training our ears to hear those sounds so that we can read them. Hay, fly, gray. That's right, hay and gray. Yeah, they do rhyme. But they go together because they both have the A sound, and fly has a different sound. All right, one last one. Are you ready? Hope, rail, gain. That's a tricky one. Hope, rail, gain. What do you think? Ray-a-ale and gay-a-ain. Good job. They both have the A sound. Are you getting the idea that I'm trying to train your ears for that A sound? Do you remember why? That's right, because we're working on the long A sound this week. All right, let's do a little bit of fluency with some of the sounds we already know. We're going to start with our digraphs just to get them locked in. Are you ready? All right, say them with me. CH says ch. TCH says ch. WH says hua. PH says f. TH says th. And SH says sh. Good job. Now, we worked on some long vowel spelling patterns with the silent E. So let's do this one as a reminder. I, consonant E, says I. O, consonant E, says O. E, consonant E, says E. And U, consonant E, says U. Great job. All right, so I noticed too that we also learned our A, consonant E, says A. And that's why it's here, because we've already practiced that spelling pattern. But this week, we're learning 3 more ways to spell the A sound. It's very tricky. Reading can be tricky. That's why I want you to practice. All right, so let's take a look at it. We have A says A. Say that with me. A says A, as in April. Say this with me. AI says A, as in rain. And AY says A, as in say. Good job. All right, let's blend some words together. We're going to start with this word here. What's that beginning sound? P. Then we have the A, and then we have O. Let's read it. Ale, pale. Good job. All right, let's try this one with the AY sound. Here we have a consonant blend. Do you remember what that says? Tr, tr, a, tray, tray. Great job. Okay, now it's time for us to build some words. So we're going to use this side of our chart with the AI, and we'll build some AI words today. We have the word pale. What if I wanted to make it say male? Male. What would I need? Yep, I'm going to get rid of the P and put up an M. Good job. M-A-L, male. I got some mail from some of you kids. I love it. What if I wanted to say whale? Whale. Not like the whale that lives in the ocean, but whale like, sometimes that's called crying, like when you cry really hard. It's called wail. Sometimes babies like to wail for no reason, right? I bet you have little brothers and sisters that wail. How about if I wanted to change this to say wait? Wait. What would I need to change? That's right, the ending sound. So I'm going to get my T and put it there, and let's read it. Wait. Wait. Terrific. All right, are you ready to practice some words on our chart? Let's come back over here to our let's read long A words. All right, here we go. Let's start here. T-A-L, tail. M-A-L, male. P-A-N, pain. And paint, paint. Good job. We also have some words here with inflectional endings. Let's try this one. Swa-aid, suede. And here's wailed, wailed. That means it already happened, right? How about this one? Explain, explained. Great job reading long words. You did that really well. All right, it's time for us to look at our high frequency words. Today, I have 2 that we're going to focus on. Let me get them over here. We have the word eight, E-I-G-H-T, eight. And about, A-B-O-U-T, about. All right, I have 2 sentences, and I want you to help me figure out which one makes the sentence make sense. I see birds in the nest. I see 8 birds in the nest. And my dog is this big. My dog is about this big. Great job. All right, today I'm going to teach you something that we kind of already know how to do. It's called alphabetical order. But the last time we did it, we looked only at the beginning letters and we put it in ABC order. Remember, that's the order that the letters go in the alphabet. So here we have day, because D comes first, then may, because then comes M, and then say, because S is after M. Well, this week, we are going to be learning how to do that when all three of the words start with the same letter. So let's take a look at these words. I have sock, sail, and set. Okay. We look at the first letter and they all start with the same letter. So that means we have to think about what to do next. So did you see I underlined the second letter? When the first letter is the same in all of the words, then we look at the second letter and use the second letter to put them in ABC order. So let's see, the second letter here is an O, this one is an A, and this one is an E. Which one of those comes first in our alphabet? Right, I heard you say A, that's right. So the word sail, because of the A, will come first. All right, then we have O. Let's see where the O is. Oh, down there. And we have E. Okay, here's the E. Which one do you see comes first? Right, E. So we have sail, then set, then sock. And that is how we do alphabetical order when the first letter of the words is the same. We look at the second letter to decide which word comes first. How did you do? Great job. All right, let's come back to our reading chart for just a minute. I want to point out a couple of other things for you. As you're practicing at home, I have some sentences here that we can read together. Are you ready? Ray, oh, look, there's our inflectional ending, waited. Ray waited all day to play. And let's read this last one. Gail and April like to sail. You see how using long A words can make your writing more interesting? Right. So you're getting really good at that. I'd like you to practice writing some sentences using words with the long A sound. And you know what? You could even write some of those sentences in a letter and send them to me here so I can send you an activity book. I hope that you're having a great week, and we have a lot more learning to do this week together with the long A sound. Remember, A says A, AI says A, and AY also says A. Keep practicing, write those high frequency words, and we'll practice some more tomorrow. Goodbye now, the clock says we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, see you tomorrow.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.